Jim Bob Duggar has been embroiled in several scandals after his eldest son Josh was arrested by the CSAM in April 2021. Even some of his children have written books criticizing the destructive teachings of his faith. But there are Redditors who believe Jim Bob holds Anna responsible for Josh's misfortunes. Continue reading to see the conversation. Reports surfaced last year suggesting that Josh is enjoying life behind bars, which put him in the spotlight. An informant has confirmed that the former Counting On star has been transferred to a new dorm room full with gadgets. It was also said by another source that Josh signs newspapers about his arrest and that he is treated like a rock star while inside. Even more opulent than usual, he was seen in the fields wearing rubber shoes and sunglasses. Some Redditors have speculated that Jim Bob may hold Anna responsible for Josh's misfortunes. Jim Bob has no problem distributing his wealth to his wedding children, as seen on the poster. But since her husband's incarceration, the Counting On alum hasn't actually assisted Anna in navigating life. It came to light that Anna and her 7 children reside in a warehouse devoid of windows. Jim Bob may be blaming Anna for not leading her boyfriend correctly, which led to his misdeeds, according to others who concurred. Because Anna was not joyfully available enough to prevent JB's favorite son from getting involved with child abuse. Are you kidding me? Everyone seems to be pointing the finger at Anna. Strange, Anna isn't perfect, but Josh is behind bars for heinous acts. It must be Anna's fault, however, since males, and particularly spoiled oldest sons, are blameless. According to my experience as a former fundie, the responsibility for a husband's failure lies with the wife and children. Folded umbrella inverted. Control. And maybe as a kind of punishment for letting your husband to stumble, or some nonsense like that. Personally, I think he simply doesn't give a hoot. She isn't helping him in any way. Last year, Anna Duggar was in the news due to images that became public. Some fans of the Counting On star are concerned that the actor's recent weight increase may be an indication of sadness. According to a body language specialist, Anna has been protective and tries to avoid queries about her spouse at all costs. While the Duggar family has always been in the spotlight, the arrest and conviction of Josh Duggar was one of the most shocking scandals to hit the family. Behind the scenes, rumors have been flying, but the family has been very quiet in public. In Duggar circles, a highly debated rumor circulates on whether the patriarch, Jim Bob Duggar, has ever held his daughter-in-law, Anna Duggar, responsible for Josh's demise. Is it possible that Anna, the faithful wife, could have been held responsible for failing to stop what occurred? Or is she just another casualty of Josh's transgressions? Faith, family, and unfaltering devotion to their belief system have been the cornerstones of the Duggars' public persona. Every big decision inside their home has typically been perceived as being guided by Jim Bob, being the leader of the family. His children's marriages, public stories, and even their children's lives have always been under his thumb. In keeping with the Duggars' conservative fundamentalist beliefs, Anna has been shown as the perfect subservient wife over the years. Never once did Anna falter in her support for Josh, even after his many scandals, such as his romance with Ashley Madison and his prior confession to assaulting young girls, came to light. Even the most committed partner couldn't turn a blind eye to the problem when Josh was arrested for having and spreading materials depicting child sexual assault. In April of 2021, when word got out of Josh's detention, the Duggar family hurried to limit the fallout. Reportedly, the news hit Jim Bob particularly hard since he had spent decades meticulously managing his family's reputation. Immediate consequences were Josh's family members emotionally and physically separating from him, and TLC's cancellation of Counting On. Reportedly upset behind the scenes, Jim Bob never spoke publicly against his son. According to those on the inside, he had a hard time accepting the possibility that one of his children was hopelessly flawed. But rumors also circulated that he secretly felt resentment against Anna, wondering whether she had done enough to stop Josh from acting. The rigid philosophy of the Duggar family places great emphasis on the role of the wife in encouraging and directing her husband toward moral behavior. A wife's role, according to their vision of the universe, is to serve as a moral compass, leading her husband away from immorality and temptation. This frame of mind leads some to believe that Jim Bob may have suggested, either tactfully or outright, that Anna ought to have kept a closer eye on Josh's actions. It should be noted that Anna had previously supported Josh despite several scandals. Despite the resurgence of the molestation claims from 2015 and Josh's admission of infidelity to Anna on the Ashley Madison website, she stuck with him. Jim Bob and Michelle advised her to seek God's guidance instead of ending her marriage while they were married. Many think the Duggar family would have looked down on her severely if she had decided to divorce Josh at that time. Was Jim Bob under the impression that Anna could intervene to prevent Josh's illegal behavior? Even if it doesn't make sense, it's not unexpected that blame shifting happened behind closed doors since Josh was operating independently and without Anna's awareness. Growing up in the same religious circles as the Duggars solidified Anna's unwavering devotion to Josh. Reportedly, she persisted in defending Josh even after his conviction, steadfastly refusing to accept his guilt. Relatives and friends of the family claimed that she had a hard time accepting the truth and would rather have thought Josh was set up than face the incriminating facts. If Jim Bob did hold Anna responsible in some manner, she probably took it personally instead of standing up to him. Throughout her time as a Duggar, Anna has never once dared to do anything other than comply and provide support. She remained supportive of Jim Bob and Michelle and lived near the Duggar family property even after Josh's imprisonment. Although Jim Bob had his opinions on Anna's involvement with Josh, not everyone in the Duggar family was ready to wholeheartedly back Josh. Notable among those who chose to ignore the matter were Jill Duggar Dillard and Jinger Duggar Vuolo. As Jinger spoke out against Josh's behavior, Jill and her husband Derek made it plain that they were no longer on board with Jim Bob's approach to family problems. Interestingly, following Josh's imprisonment, several Duggar insiders said that Anna and other of her siblings were at odds with one another. Anna had hoped for ongoing family harmony, but several of Josh's siblings were not interested in being involved. Somehow, Anna's ties to the Duggars have not severed. Following Josh's imprisonment, she began to make appearances at Duggar celebrations, such as weddings and birthdays. But rumor has it that she has also taken trips out of Arkansas to see her own family and think about what's next for her. The future of Anna and Josh's marriage has been the subject of mixed reports. Her religious beliefs and Jim Bob's influence are weighing her down, according to some insiders who say she has considered divorcing. Some claim she would never abandon her husband, who she believes is innocent, and that she will remain with him through thick and thin. The enormous weight that Anna already bears would be magnified if Jim Bob did in any way hold Anna responsible for what transpired. After Josh's sins befell their family, Anna was forced to fend for herself and their 7 children, all while dealing with the financial instability and guilt that accompanied his actions. Her status inside the Duggar family is more convoluted than ever, even if she may still have the support of certain members. Whether Jim Bob Duggar has really accused Anna of being responsible for Josh's detention is an open subject. Still, it would not be surprising if she was held partially responsible for her husband's behavior, considering the Duggar family's tradition of doing just that. Because of Josh's actions, the Duggar family's reputation took a severe hit, something Jim Bob has always taken very seriously. The Duggar family's penchant for putting their public persona ahead of responsibility would be on full display if Jim Bob were to hold Anna responsible. Moving even a little amount of guilt onto Anna would perpetuate a destructive cycle of control and misdirected responsibility instead of concentrating on Josh's behavior and the court system's decision.